Okay, so while I got it up, I want to work through your math boxes with you and show you the work that you could do or how I would do it. Looking at this one, again, it's just taking 8 times each of these numbers and remembering what the place values are. So when it's 8 times 1,000, each of these are going to turn into zeros down here. So we're going to have 3 zeros, and then we're just solving 8 times 4. And 8 times 4, if you're having trouble with that, do 2 times 8 is 16, then double that, you should get 32. Then we're done with this, so now we're doing 8 times 200. Both of these are going to turn into zeros for that. And 8 times 2, we just did, was 16. Now notice I'm lining up my place values. That's going to help me at the end when I have to add. Now we're done with the 200. We're doing 8 times 80. It's going to have 1 0. 8 times 8 fell on the floor. I picked it up. 64. It's a rhyme I remember. I know Mrs. Gaffney teaches you that in 3rd grade. Done with that. Now we're doing 8 times 3. Okay, no real trick for that one. I guess you could do 3 times 4 and double it. But the answer is 24. And the last step is to add these. 0, 0, 0, 4. 4 and 2 is 6. 6 and 6 makes 12. Carry the 1. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. And nothing else in our 10,000s. So you should end up with 34,264. Now this one is the one where we have to remember all of our steps. That we do 10s times 10, so we're always working off this bottom number. 50 times 70, 50 times 5. That's the best way to do that. So we're going to start with 50 times 70. If we had a 70 and a 50, you can see that there are 2 zeros. So I'm going to put my 2 zeros down. And 5 times, now I can just do it like 5 times 7, which is 35. I did 50 times 70, now I'm going to do 50 times 5. There's going to be 1 0 again from that 50, and 5 times 5 is 25. Now, the next step is we're done with this 50. Once you've taken this times both numbers up top, you're done with it. Now we do the second number on the bottom, which is the 7. 7 times 70, 7 times 5. There's no 0 because this is in your ones place. This other one does have a 0, so we're going to put 1 0 down. 7 times 7. Touchdown, touchdown, 49ers. That's a way that I know you guys know that problem. Now we're done with this one. Everything gets used twice. We used the 70 when we went 50 times 70. Now we used it again when we went 7 times 70. The last step is just to do 7 times 5. Because they're both in your ones place, you don't have to put any zeros. 7 times 5 is 35. And we add 0, 0, 0, 5. Okay, 3 and 9 I think I would do first here. That would get me 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. Bring my 100 up here. Oh hey, I can make a group of 10 here. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Carry my 1,000 over. 1,000 plus 3,000 is 4,000. So the answer for the second one is 4,275. Remember, once I get you going on that, if you think that you know what to do, you can always pause me if you weren't able to solve it before, and you can solve it on your own or try and do it without me before just writing down what I do. Okay, so we have 6 granola bars. They ended up with 2.5 left. So what this is it's 6 minus 2 and 1/2. And I've talked to you about this before. When you do a problem like this, the second part is always going to stay the same. So we're still going to have minus 2 and 1/2. But what we need to do, the change we need to make is with the 6. We cross out the 6, and down here it's going to become a 5 because we're taking 1 away from it. It's like regrouping and subtraction. That 1 that we take away, we need to turn into a fraction. And the denominator is going to be whatever the denominator is here. And the numerator is going to be the same as the denominator. Because 5 and 2/2 is the same as 6. This is like 5 and 1. 2/2. Here's 2/2. 1/2 2/2 makes a whole. Now you can take whole number minus whole number, fraction minus fraction. 5 minus 2 is 3, and then we're going to have halves. 2 minus 1 is 1. So your answer here should have been 3 1/2 granola bars. And your number model would just be this written in there. Okay, moving on to problem 3. Okay, I told you to think about these like arrays. This is a 1 by 1 array. This is a 2 by 2 array. This is a 3 by 3 array. So we need a 4 by 4 array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the easiest way to think about it, is that it's just a square array. 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4. Okay, taking a look at problem 4. They want to know if we combined, when you see a word like combined in a math problem, it usually means add, and if we combine all the bottles that are 4/8 full. So when I look at 4/8, I see that there are 2 4/8. That's like 4/8. I'm not going to use black, it's hard to see. Whoops. Had to think about what I was doing there. So that would be like 4/8 plus 4/8, which would equal 8/8. Now some of you are probably saying, but wait, Mr. Roth, if I have 8/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the same as 1 whole. You're absolutely right. This could be 8/8 or 1 whole. And the last one is just explaining why it can't be 4/8. And the answer to that is there were 2 bottles that were 4/8 full. When you add 4/8 plus 4/8, it equals 8/8 or 1. Or something along those lines. Alright, anyway, good work, and we'll see you again soon.